Hey there. I'm just popping on today to give you this message that your soulmate is looking for you. And if you're in a relationship with someone you connect to, then he is choosing to be with you. Okay. There is something so beautiful, so magnificent, so damn unique about you. There is no other being on this planet that's like you. Okay. There is something so just touching and heart opening and inspiring and radiant about you. You are the person that your partner has been looking for all of their lives. I know it's hard to imagine this because we live in a world of separation and transaction and status and ego. But I want you to know that on a soul level, there is something so exquisite about you, and your partner is seeking that, seeking you specifically. Okay. So if you're having trouble remembering this or recognizing this, I want you to imagine 7-year-old girls. Like if you've seen one in the playground, or if you have a niece, or you know, remembering your old self. We're going to do a meditation shortly to help you connect to that old self, or that young self, rather. But look at that 7-year-old girl and look at how lovely she is, how beautiful, inspiring, inquisitive, wondrous, heart open, not giving a care in the world whether people like her or not. Okay. Not into people pleasing, just 100% authentically her. And every 7-year-old girl is lovable, right? Like you can't, no matter what their size, weight, looks, freckles or not, hair type, it doesn't matter. When you look at a 7-year-old, all you can think about is how beautiful they are. Okay. I'm so fortunate that I have three girls. I have a 7-year-old, a 4-year-old, and a 1-year-old. And yes, I am their mother, so I'm going to think they're beautiful. But I'm so blown away by them. They are not into people pleasing. They're totally authentic. They cry when they want to. They let you know if you're hurting their feelings. They have boundaries. They speak up whenever they feel there's some injustice in the house. So those are ways that they assert themselves, okay? But they're also so loving. You know, my 4-year-old tells me that she loves me like 10 times a day, okay? And they're into art. They're into music and learning new things and gymnastics and playing and, you know, dressing up like princesses or whatever. They're just following their hearts. They're following their desires. And my daughters literally don't hold on to any resentment. Like I've just seen how they bounce back after, 2 days ago my daughter got stung by a wasp, and she cried and cried for an hour. And then after that she came back to herself. And she's gotten hurt so many times whenever we talk, in a mean manner with her, or we deny them treats or force them to eat healthy food or cut off the TV abruptly or whatever. Like there are a lot of ways that we infringe on their sovereignty or whatever, hurt them in some way. And and yet they rebound. They don't hold on to that pain. And so I'm just, touched and amazed by this the attitude of a 7-year-old specifically. I'm talking about seven because my oldest daughter is seven, and she reminds me of when I was seven and my what my core qualities were, what my interests were, and how irresistible I was. My daughters are irresistible. And when I look at my daughter's friends, they're all irresistible. Okay. So I want to remind you that that is you. You are freaking irresistible. And there is someone who is seeking that connection to exactly that. Okay? Not only that, we create our reality. I really have seen this time and time again. I know that I manifested my husband through my inner work and becoming present and connecting to my authentic self, because it was in that state of joy and authenticity and heart openness that I met my husband. And it was 90 days after a breakup with someone I was engaged to. That's unbelievable, right? That seems to rarely happen. And yet, in my case, I became so crystal clear on who I was inside, and I connected to that true self. And I promised myself I would never abandon myself again. I was done abandoning, rejecting, isolating myself, criticizing myself. I mean, sure, there are times when I do that, and I always, have these harsh reminders to come back to myself, because the more you choose you, the more your partner is going to choose you. The more you're there for yourself, the more your partner is going to be there for yourself. Okay. The more you see your inner beauty, the more your partner is going to recognize your beauty. Okay. So you have to be the first one that beholds your beauty, that sees yourself as the beloved, that sees your body as the temple that she is, that sees your sexuality as magnificent, and sees your mind as sacred and your heart as, invaluable. It really is. We can't give away our hearts to anyone. We have to keep our hearts in here and allow ourselves to connect to others while holding on to our hearts and staying true and grounded in ourselves and our authenticity, with healthy boundaries, healthy communication, expressing our needs and desires and feelings, and being able to love others unconditionally from that space, right? Having empathy for ourselves and empathy for others, compassion for ourselves and compassion for others, not judging or criticizing ourselves so that we don't do that to others, right? And when you're in the space, you're in that vibration, that right vibration to connect with your soulmate. Okay. And again, a lot of this is divine timing, which I believe comes from your subconscious, right? Whatever timeline that your soul is on, whatever you're choosing to create in your reality, everything is a choice. Okay. So if you're single, perhaps there is some subconscious or conscious reason why you are. Okay. But I do think and I do believe that the moment we are connected to that soulmate frequency, if you want to call it that, then everything is possible. Everything that we're meant to manifest in the moment is possible. Okay, money, career, promotions, partnerships, marriage, you name it. Your dream house will just show up, right? If that's what's in alignment for you on a soul level. The only thing that's blocking it is your lack of self love, your innate sense of unworthiness, um, your low self esteem, your low sense of security within yourself. Okay, that secure attachment. People talk about attachment styles. I think the most important thing we can do in this life is to create a secure attachment style with ourselves. Okay? It doesn't matter what kind of family background you came from. If you've had a very painful family background, which many people have, then you have to do the work of healing those wounds and becoming your own inner mother and inner father. Okay. That's the work that you need to do so that you can pass on a healthy, you know, healthy parenting to your future children, healthy partnership with your future partner or current partner, right? But that work is what you need to do to excavate your true self amid all that crud that's built up around your heart, all those wounds that make you conditioned, all those beliefs that are limiting you in some way. You're limitless, you're unstoppable. There is a power that just wants to surge through you. But the only thing that's blocking that flow are your beliefs. And your beliefs come from your wounds, your thoughts, your narrative that you created for yourself. Most of us have a victim narrative, right? Why we're single or why we're in an unhappy relationship, why we feel disempowered in some way. We've given the power to some external authority, and we need to take that power back into ourselves. Okay. And the way to do that is by really taking ownership of loving yourself. Okay. When you love yourself, then you start training your nervous system that it's relaxed, that it can actually receive love. It's safe to receive love. Most of us are armored without even realizing it. Okay, because our nervous system, which has been imprinted by trauma and false love, wounded love, right? It wants to defend itself. It's reserving your energy, your core energy, to maintain core bodily functions. It doesn't have time to expend on a relationship. Relationships take time and energy, right? So, especially a healthy one. A healthy one takes intention, it takes vitality. It's not about codependence, it's about interdependence between two people. So, if your nervous system is set up for a codependent partnership, or it's set up for pain because that's what it remembers, then that's what you're going to attract, right? If your subconscious relates love to, an absent dad or a bipolar mom, and that's what you've trained your subconscious to believe that that's what love is, then that's what you're going to attract. So you need to do that work of healing these wounds and creating that secure relationship with yourself so that your world can mirror that back to you. You can start creating a secure, trusting relationship with life and with your partner, your future partner, or your current partner. It all comes back to you. Okay. So you are the creator of your reality and you are your own beloved. You are the person that your partner has been seeking their whole lives. If you found this helpful or inspiring, please hit like and subscribe and share it with a girlfriend who needs to hear this today. Thank you.